Yeah. It's it's gonna be one of those nights, right? What is that? That's yeah. That's hunger. You feel these twinges of memory just before a feed. Not only the taste, the texture. For some odd reason, that need for that copper overtone suddenly turns into one of the sweetest things you could hope for. A droplet of bliss on the tongue. Axel's currently wandering the southern part of the residential district. Night's cold, and he swears that the precipitation is turning to snow. Maybe it's just a threat of Mother Nature promising things to come. Who knows? But he's looking for someone. Something to satiate his thirst. Can't find anything here. No, guess not. Getting late. People like to end up closing up their doors, turning out their lights, and end up going in for a good night's rest. Could try and break into a home, but that's really not his style. No, his style is more nightclubs and random joggers and meals that got legs to him. Still, it's not like he's starving. He's just wanting to end up getting by. Take what he needs, make things work. And sometimes they work out. He sees a man who seems to be having a bit of car trouble, maybe. I mean, the garage door is open. He sees this man laying on his back just underneath a jack. Seems to be pulling wrenches under the car. Well, far be it for me to be picky if he's going to leave the door open for me. Axel ends up approaching this individual. He decides to end up taking hold of the man without warning, without any such need. His eyes are focused on this individual and pulls him out from the car quickly to just fall upon him and places his hand over his face, wrenches the head and neck back quickly, and this is not anything elegant. And with a single bite, he starts to try and feed, if he can. Let's do a quick... Oh, yeah. Axel has a very firm grip on this individual as he has him by the neck, almost lower jaw, threatening to get into his collarbone, in fact. But done it 1,000 times, fangs strike true, and that wash of sweet life fills his mouth, coats his teeth, tongue, he takes it like back in the day when he used to decide to shotgun beers. The blood loss, hopefully, is quick enough to knock him unconscious. And indeed it is. It's controlled, but a sudden loss of blood, lightheadedness. He licks the wound after taking just enough to get him by for a few more nights. Safety. He lays the body back down on top of the wheels of the... I'm trying to remember what the device is called, but suffice it to say there's roller that he's been laying on to get under the car, and as soon as the man unconsciously is laid back there, he's pushed with Axel's foot unceremoniously under it. Axel does his best to cover his face when he starts walking out, and he decides to cut through a back alley. He's only got to get some distance away before... blood. He's only got to get a little distance away before it's not an issue. Still. You get by with what you can.
The evening has been a little rougher than Stefan's used to on a nightly basis. He finds himself his emotional state is a lot different than it has been. In the past, he's been much more vulnerable when the night terrors get to him. They overtake his mind. Tonight, he still feels that, but there's something different. There's been something different ever since that night at the church. He feels he doesn't feel stable. He feels like he's standing on a rock, teeter-tottering on a pointed spire, more to one side than in the middle, or more one side than the other. As he's making his way through one of the various alleyways, crossing the street from alleyway to alleyway where he can, through the upper section of the west side of downtown, about 2 blocks south of the Welcoming Arms shelter. He has been looking for a meal. Nothing more, nothing less. But he's unsettled. He feels a discomfort in feeding on human beings. So he's been looking for a dog. Something, an animal, maybe doesn't have a collar, maybe it's abandoned. And for the majority of his walk, he hasn't found anything. Not since he entered the downtown area after crossing the 4-lane road between that and the industrial district. But he hasn't given up. Not the whole walk. 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks maybe. He hasn't given up. And he's hoping, he's crossing his fingers for something. And again, meals elude him. As he crosses into an alleyway lower, further down, still trying to keep alert. He sees a figure walking through the same alleyway. Not sure who it is. I'm gonna make a wits and stealth roll, actually. Let me take that into account. He suddenly stops against a wall. Again, putting his mindset into blending. No, more than blending. He is the wall as he just stands there quietly, waiting to see who the figure is.
Across the way, Axel's is feeling good. He's feeling that rush, that that banquet of life. Still working its way through his system. Slow, dead veins, still coursing on command, that feeling. No matter how much trouble he may be in right now for, well, several previous nights, he has never felt better. Never. Right now, he's fed. Right now, he has plans. Right now, he is whole. It's weird to say, because this entire time he's heard of, well, being whole. What did that mean? No, he can't get that out of his head. Just, why was the worry? Why was I scared? About what? Celine's back. Gideon's back and his healing. There's still blood between the teeth. And his mind is at ease. He tries to enjoy that moment.
From the other end of the alley, you're about 15 feet in. You know, city alleyways are long. You catch sight of someone at the other end. It looks as though they walked right past the alleyway or went around, like came in and went around the alley. Is what it looked like to you. like around the corner again, to your right.
Wow. It's always good to
And it was like a quick dart. That's why it caught your eye.
quick dart.
Like they walked in, then they went quickly against the wall, and then darted around is what it looked like to you.
Yeah. At this point, Axel. Okay. All right. It's game time. Yeah. Who'd Leonard send to kill me now? Is this fun over? Yeah. Goddamn Assamites. Not gonna take me that easy. No, maybe I'm just seeing things. He thinks to himself. Yeah, might be.
No.
Not.
There's something in your head. Whenever you say that, something in your head just pinches. You know you're not seeing something. You know what you saw. It was a person. And it's a very sharp pinch in your brain almost. Which is odd.
Side note, who do you think's playing Axel's delusions 90% of the time? Don't worry, I know his headspace.
I know.
Yeah, trust in the Axel.
I know. I just thought I'd throw you that little sharp curveball.
Okay, he feels that. Like, what the no, right? Nah, shut up. Bring it back together. Forced inhale and exhale of his lungs as he starts walking towards it, and his eyes are darting all over the place. But he doesn't see anything of use.
As you get closer and closer, you have an awareness rating of 2, right? Make a perception awareness. 1 success is all you need.
7 plus 8 plus what?
2 successes actually. That'd be like 7, I think. 6 or 7.
No.
Oh wow. Okay. As you get closer, further and further down, you thought you felt something on the back of your neck. You know, that familiar tingling, like hairs rising on the back. Maybe it's just the cold, but I don't know. It's odd. Like, you know what you saw, but at the same time, it's like that feeling is it's like throwing you off. You know, it's not uncommon. You felt it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just looks about for. Where is it? He checks behind him, like as if he missed something. His eyes dilate a bit.
Oh, it's you. Good. I wasn't sure who it was.
Stefan.
I got the feeling that, oh no, maybe too many were watching me.
No one here but us. He looks around and
I've just decided I needed a different hunting ground. It's like there aren't enough stray animals anymore.
Still feeding on strays, Stefan. Is that what's going on here?
Not the same strays as before.
Oh,
Not like the one in the projects. Not like them. What? Not
Stefan,
puddle.
Stefan, look at me. Look at me.
I melted him. I melted him.
Stefan.
And Voltaire just watched. He watched straight-faced, like a stone. He had no reaction to it. Human being. It's the only reason why I try to feed on animals sometimes. At least you have a more comfortable feeling if you kill them.
Stefan, I need you to look at me.
I need dog, a couple cats.
How long has it been since you fed?
I'm okay. I'm just trying to stay above board. Trying to
Okay.
I'm not quite there. If you know what I mean.
I'm getting that impression.
I'm not at that point. I'm just if I can't find anything to keep myself above board.
Well, Stefan, right now you're... Stefan, look at me. Look at me. All right. You're okay right now. You're safe. A little bit of hunting does you good. Sharpens things. Gets you perspective. Right? Now, you said you melted him. Who's him?
He looks like he's thinking about something, because he did actually look in the man's wallet. He's trying to remember something. 6 or 7, would you say?
I would say 7, but I would also remind you are missing a die.
Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. I can't remember.
It's okay, Steph.
I checked his wallet. I looked in his wallet. I used the money to help a cab driver with fare.
Okay.
What was his name? I saw his ID.
It's not important right now.
Just need something, just a little something else. And Stefan his eyes are darting back and forth around outside of the alleyway, even past you further down the alleyway. Let's see, wait, 1 dice down, so that's 6, not 7. He's going to sharpen his senses. Oh, good God. What's the hunting roll in downtown? Is it 7? I believe.
I know it's not 6.
I think it's 7 normally. So let's see, it's a perception, survival, or no, I'm sorry, I have to drop 1, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So 1 success. His eyes look fixated as he looks backward and kind of puts his hands on the wall toward the mouth of the alleyway where he would have walked from. And he's just standing there. If you come around the corner, he appears to be fixated on something intently.
Axel, with almost a sarcastic bit of wit, and just kind of, what do you see, boy? What you see?
And he begins. Let me see. I just generally heightened, so that means sense of touch as well. So that's 5 dice actually. And he begins quietly walking down the street outside of the alleyway, further east. And if you're following him, make a perception alertness, difficulty 7. Unless you're using heightened senses, then it's standard. So. Oh yeah. It appears to be like a medium dog, border collie, beagle, something like that. It appears to be walking down the street, occasionally sniffing, marking territory. Looks like at one point it stops and eating something, licking something off the ground. And Stefan's just trying to walk as quietly as possible. Maybe measuring his footsteps.
Axel just stays perfectly still, just sitting back and enjoying the show.
And as he gets closer and closer, he kind of slows his steps a little bit to make sure to keep it quiet. I'll make another, what is it, Dex and Stealth. And as he quiets his footsteps, the dog's head moves a little bit. And at that moment, you see Stefan lunge forward at it, but missing horribly as the dog runs off down the street.
As Stefan lunges and fails to end up catching what could have been his meal, Axel just walks up to him. Maybe tomorrow night. You can't do much good to yourself if you're in this state. You know that.
How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to be anything but a burden to the clan when I can't even catch an animal?
Axel is currently using, at this point, Auspex 2. What would he be reading?
Okay. I need to actually get a little guide here for myself.
Uh-huh.
Just so I make sure that I got the correct words.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You would be reading depression. Actually, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. You would be reading noticeable depression. If you at all see color auras at all, you definitely see from head to toe swirls of gray and intermixed with silver, and surrounded in a field of static white noise.
Yeah. Axel's still learning to interpret, but...
So for you, you would hear white noise, I imagine.
Don't worry about that. I got it. But
Yeah.
Axel kind of reaches to Stefan and places a hand, almost like he's removing something from Stefan's shoulder. Stefan might feel something, just a light tug, like something's just been pulled at on, maybe an insect or something like that. But yeah.
Charisma empathy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
to what degree, and up or down?
Down.
Okay, so down.
Literally, it's
how much? Like to what degree? Think of it like 10% scale is like 100% scale.
He's removing your burden. Whatever it takes, he will take it on himself. In fact, that's the exact emotion. It's he places it on his shoulder.
Okay. Stefan doesn't shake his head at all, but where he wasn't, making any effort to get up from a sitting position. He gets up. He stands, kind of brushes his pants off, brushes his sleeve of his jacket off. Tomorrow. It will be better tomorrow.
Tomorrow, ask yourself that same question you just asked. I have no doubt that the answer you're looking for will come to you. If in meditation or prayer or just as a eureka moment.
Yeah. And Stefan appears to be contemplating something, thinking about something. Manny. Manny Rodriguez.
Wow.
That was his name.
That's good. It's good to remember their names.
I think he was, he worked with his hands believe he had some gloves in his backpack, a hard hat, a back brace. He did heavy work. I was walking home in the projects one night. Then I found him. I was hungrier than I thought than I had been in any other month. I could not stop myself. I could not stop myself even when his body was dry. I wanted more.
Stefan, look at me. These things happen. I wish you would have called me for it.
I dealt with it.
I'm not doubting that. I'm proud you did. I'm not proud that it went down, but when it did, you fixed it, right?
Voltaire. He was emotionless, cold. I did not want to show him, but I had to make it a point to show him the worst side of that. In the warehouse. You know, the offices.
Yeah.
One of the rooms, a hole in the floor. That's where I put the tote container. I broke his legs, his arms,
Stefan,
and his neck to get him to fit. I told Zachary Voltaire that it was time sensitive and needed it within 24 hours. It took a week. The smells.
why did you go to Voltaire?
I needed something.
To
I needed a way to get rid of the body, to completely erase every trace. And I felt that he had access to the necessary acid.
That's why you said you melted him.
Into liquid.
Stefan, I wish you would have called me, but you didn't. Did I do something wrong by you?
Stefan, he appears to straighten himself out, straighten his sport coat, his jacket, his shirt. No, I just remembered what Gideon told me. The words of disappointment before that exile. And I used what I could. I even shouldered half of the burden off of Mr. Voltaire. Cost.
Stefan, it's done with. It's... If you want to honor him, then make sure that this mistake doesn't happen again. And in order to do that, we need to know where the mistake happened. Don't hide from the blame. Just don't use it to lacerate yourself either.
I need to stop getting distracted by things. I went too long without feeding because I had too much thoughts. Trying to do too much, I think.
Yeah.
It's trying to repair clan relationships. It's fatiguing.
It is. I know better than anybody in that. What I would end up saying, though, Stefan, is stop worrying about the other clans. For at least tonight. Worry about your own family. We're right here. And even if you aren't directly related, you're in our city. And Celine has taken you in. Begrudgingly or not, she has. And that means you have an opportunity to grow again. You were not plucked from the garden. I want you to understand that. The hurt you're feeling right now, that's a wound healing. The fact that it hurts means you are healing.
That is most important. Not just for every other Malkavian in the city, but for my own interest. And for others who depend on me.
That's right.
But I may actually need your help in a few nights. I can handle the situation that I got myself into. I think it was a couple months ago, I met with one of Ruben's contacts, with him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
A animal calls himself Spider. Well, I tried to make a deal. I'm not going to lie, I was trying to find any kind of information contact.
Alright.
Well, he has something for me to do. He wants me to make, I'm assuming, another man in the projects disappear. I intend to do it, but I don't intend to do it any way he would suspect. But I need to live up to the name I gave him, which means I need a pack.
What are the details you can give me?
The man that he wants disappeared. From what I was told, seems to be intruding on business domain of a woman that Spider knows. And it appears that this has become far too troubling. So, what I need is someone, while I am making the meeting, and it does not have to happen on the same night, I need someone to start a rumor that let's see, that Melvin has gone underground, that he has gone into hiding, and that he is planning a an assassination, killing,
You're talking about a hit.
a hit. Sounds simplified. Street terminologies, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has gone to ground. He has gone to ground within the historic district. Specific location is not necessary, just that he has gone to ground there and he is planning a hit on Spider.
All right.
Those are the two names I need dropped within the projects. Specifically around tough individuals, like ones that wear colors.
Any particular colors that matter?
I only know one. Yellow.
Okay.
The APOC Maya, I believe, used that
Yeah.
around them, but anyone else who prominently wears some kind of colored sash, handkerchief, anything like that. Anyone who is identifiable by what's the term, street gang organization amongst those people.
All right. I can do that for you if it's just a rumor.
Because this is going to be bad, but it needs to be done.
Okay.
Spider is far too dangerous, even for an individual. And I'm not going to lie, Axel. This is going to affect Mott.
All right. If that's the case, then I have one thing I need from you.
Name it.
Do you remember I made mention on what happened to Mercy? Or maybe I didn't. Sorry, I get confused.
No. Something happened to Mercy.
Yeah. She was attacked by a ghoul. This ghoul knew Mutt.
Stefan. I'm actually going to have to make a manipulation subterfuge at the mention of that. Because, yeah, emotional states are... Yeah, nope. One success will give it to you.
Okay. Yeah, there might be a success or two.
Oh, yeah. When you mentioned ghoul, like being attacked by a ghoul, Stefan, look, like he looks like he's taken aback. He's concerned. It's not for himself. It's like he's concerned for someone else. Attacked by a Ghoul.
Yeah. Turns out that near as I can piece it together from all parties, Voltaire was involved with this little excursion alongside Reuben. And they found a couple of ghouls who seemed to be feeding on kindred blood with force and prejudice. Now, one of them went after Mercy in her apartment. She's safe now, I made sure of that. But Stefan, this is the part where I need you to pay attention.
Of course. Shit.
I am telling you this so you know, and I will explain what you need to do. I know Mutt is pissed off. Supposedly, this ghoul tricked him, hurt him bad in that regard, hurt his pride. He's looking for her. I want to know whatever he finds out. And I want to know information that's coming to him before he knows it. I'm not going to stop him from trying to find her. I want him to. I want to help him do so. But I'm getting the impression he wants to keep me out of the loop. Fine, let him think that's what's happening. What I need you to do is make sure that I end up knowing where he goes to find this ghoul. She goes by the name Holmes. Joan Holmes. If you run into that name, or if Mutt tells you anything, or if anybody explains something about an investigation that might sound familiar, I want to know about it. I'm going to give some information out. You're going to give me some information back. I think that's fair trade. And if we keep it a trade, then respect can be built again.
Yeah, I can do that. Joan Holmes.
I know you can.
Prominent. Does she have any prominent features?
To hear Mutt tell it, on a scale from 1 to 10, she's a 20. You'll know when you see her, kind of thing. And and crafty. I mean, Mutt may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he's not an idiot.
Crafty. Yeah.
Now.
Good with her wits.
Yes.
Quick on her feet, okay. Yeah.
Now, if I can get to her first, I have no problem in handing it back to Reuben. But I want to be able to talk to her first. They can get the leftovers. This became personal when they came after family.
I understand.
Mutt never hears about this between you and me right now.
I hope this does not impact my own retainer.
Your retainer.
She's assisted me in the past. I treat her fairly. I'm concerned that this might spread or cause widespread panic to know that any of us, well, have keep ghouls.
Axel thinks about this for a second. He's trying to bring it all together, trying to piece things together. Things being explained right in front of him. He's just not sure if he's asking the right questions right now. He still brings himself back. All right, Stefan.
But
Get your rumor. You get...
I will keep my eyes open for Miss Holmes.
You keep your eyes primarily on Mutt. Mutt's the one who's going after. I want him to succeed. I want him to be helped if necessary. Try and make things easier on him. But I want to know where she is, and I want the chance to get her first.
Yeah. I think I might have one or two ways to do this.
Right. And no one else can know.
Exactly.
And I know you're one of the few who can keep secrets, despite what Voltaire might think.
And amongst even other Malkavians, I don't believe it is appropriate for anyone to know I keep a ghoul. But if you can put pressure on Spider, and when I say pressure, I mean I feel he is too comfortable. He needs to be... How can I explain this? Make him feel like he is in a pressure cooker, metaphorically speaking.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can definitely do that.
And I will look for her and keep an eye on Mutt. Even when I try to find this Melvin. Hopefully I will speak with him. But watch yourself around Voltaire. He's far too disconnected. He's emotionally uninvested more than ever. That is dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Now, what I would say is, when it comes to Voltaire, keep your eye on him. Don't get too close, and stop asking him for favors. All right?
This is the last one I owe him.
Good. If you need something, you come to me first. All right? Keep it inside the clan first. I don't mind if we were outside contracting to help him out. But at the end of the day,
Always few favors outside the clan.
He has screwed way too many people. And if he ever... Well, you're starting to get the idea of what I'm going to do to a ghoul for hurting Mercy. What do you think I would do to a Ventru who came after you?
With Joan, if you get a hold of her first. The only favor I would ask is she needs to feel punishment, but she does not deserve to be permanently and irreversibly hurt.
What Mutt chooses to do to her afterwards is his own business and his judgment. He has the right to cast a stone. But it was our family who almost lost somebody to this. Our family who did lose somebody to this. He lost one. We lost one. We almost lost another. That means we get the first say, and we get to choose on how it happens.
It was not the Ventura that was killed either.
That's right.
Obviously. Therefore, I'll talk this much. He needs to understand that Voltaire needs to not be involved any further in this.
No, 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 no.
No?
No. Let Voltaire be involved. If he's looking for her, he's helping Mutt. Now, if either one ends up making a move, that's great. More eyes on the ground. It also means that Voltaire is looking elsewhere, and he stopped looking at you for a little while. That's a good thing. Just warn him to keep an eye out. Just let Mutt know who he's tangling with. He'll figure out the rest afterwards.
As the two continue the conversation, breaking maybe into more lighthearted topics and walking further east in the downtown district, eventually Stefan parts ways a bit, walking down an alleyway further north. Trying to stay focused, trying to imagine himself as part of the scenery. As he heads home, thinking about what has been recorded and passed along in the bitter, chill wind sweeping through New Salem this night.